Hey guys, Lex here, back with some more of the Great Ace Attorney. Last time we got a bunch of backstory about Kazuma. Gonna go to Dr. Sai's daughter's place, and yeah. Oh, they totally changed it. It's totally different now. 2nd of November, Forensics Laboratory. This place really is creepy, isn't it?
Well, being a dead room, it's probably full of spirits of the dissected. But actually, there's a rather pleasing scent of roses in the air. Well, being a dead room, coroner probably needs a bold scent like that to mask the odor of death.
Iris, do you think we could change the subject?
What was that?
Dr. Gorey?
What?
That noise before.
I was sharpening my tools. I'd be dead beat if I didn't keep a perfectly keen edge on them.
Right.
When following the collagen fibers in the dermis, an unexpectedly sharpened scalpel cuts like cheese. Do you like a demonstration? Oh, yes, please, I'd love to see. Then, I think you'll do nicely.
Huh? No.
No, I wouldn't do nicely at all.
I mean, maybe some other time. Was that a toot? Well, we came here to ask questions, so... let's see. Let's examine. Yeah, two lovely dolls now. Look at all the bottles on the shelves in these cabinets. What an assortment of chemicals.
These ones are labeled highly toxic.
That's worrying, because there's also things that look like salt and pepper shakers there.
Oh yes, there actually say salt and pepper on them. The doctor probably spends a lot of time in this room, I suppose. Perhaps she has meals here sometime.
Life goes on even when you're surrounded by death. Pretty sure I read that already. This looks different to before.
Of course, Mr. Naruhodo. Miss Gorey is a younger maiden. She has all sorts of charming little dolls and the like around her place of work. Look.
Oh yes, you're right. Perhaps she's not so strange after all.
Hear how I practice.
Sorry?
Oh, it says that operations and dissections require speed and accuracy. So I take out my needle, thread, and stitch 3 new dolls every day.
Ah, right.
I used to make livers or kidneys or intestines, but Mama told me to make something more friendly instead. That's quite different from what I imagined.
And there's nothing like a book here, like I was missing last time. Well, look at this. What a magnificent display case. The cherry wood has been polished to a high sheen, and the intricate carving is a joy to behold. Western cabinet makers really are skilled, aren't they?
It's 10 people.
Pardon?
It's made from the bones of 10 different people all mixed together. Some of my best work.
Oh, I was admiring the case actually. The skeleton inside is something I intend to ignore as best as I can.
Strange. I wonder who's the strangest. That looks like an owl and a crow up there.
I know, they haven't even twitched since we came in here.
Oh no, they wouldn't have. You're taxidermied mounts, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, I was afraid you were going to say that. I've been trying very hard to tell myself they're just sleeping with their eyes open.
Yes, I think perhaps you were wise to put something like your Dharma doll on display in the office instead.
Table and a set of sharp tools, when you consider each in isolation, looks all quite innocent. So why is it that when you put them side by side, they seem so horribly disturbing?
It might be best not to ponder it too deeply. That's Mama's dissection table. It's too high for me, though.
It is?
If I fell from that height in my sleep, it would really hurt. What? You sleep in there? Autopsy work is very involved. It's usually too late to think about going home when I'm finished. But I have bad dreams when I sleep here. I always end up falling on the floor. So I'd like to exchange the table for a lower one.
Maybe you should just go home. These large jars seem to have pale things floating around inside them. I suppose they're fruit liquors or something, or like pickled umeboshi plums we make back home.
Yes, let's assume there's something completely innocent like that. This jar you're always talking me here contains monkey brains. Oh my. The composition is similar to the human brain, so they make for interesting study material. The next jar alone, we have a monkey.
No more monkey anythings, please.
You say so. Oh dear. At that time I still thought it was just some pickled umeboshi plum. Seems so long ago already.
Let's talk to her. Time of death. We have actually met before. I'm a lawyer, if you remember.
You're not dead yet.
What?
Oh, Mama said it wasn't to cut you open. He's so strict about things like that.
Well, good. Dr. Scythe has some scruples, at least.
Oh dear, it seems like she's not interested in talking to us for the time being anyway.
For the time being? You mean until we die? I hope that's way off. Sorry, but I wasn't planning on dying anytime soon. Surely there's some less drastic way of making her listen. Do we just have to give her something? Do we have any guts? Oh wait. What we came here for. Dr. Gorey, we actually came here to ask you about this.
It was very good.
Good? Sorry?
The skin didn't snag on my blade once, and very little mess. His joints dislocated easily, and his muscle tissue was a pleasure to work with.
We can skip those details. But there is one thing about the report that's caught my attention. You don't seem to have a record of a time of death.
What? So he wasn't dead?
Oh, she took the mask off.
That's not my fault.
Oh, that made me jump.
Please, tell us what happened.
So, why does this autopsy report include the victim's time of death then? It's really the most crucial detail. Oh man.
I was told not to write it.
What? By whom?
Mayor Strongheart, the Lord Chief Justice. He came here.
Lord Strongheart came?
He said that from the witnesses' statements about the gunshots and the other evidence, it was obvious. The man clearly died 5 p.m. on the 1st of November, when the gunshot was heard. But that's not the time of death you wrote on the report. You didn't write anything. Was there some reason you didn't include it?
Dr. Gorey, if you're hiding something under Lord Strongheart's instructions, then sooner or later you're going to get the same way as your mother.
Give it here then.
What's she scribbling so furiously?
There.
You've written?
What? What she's written? Tell us.
Indeterminate?
What?
Details of the autopsy report.
What?
Did she actually write that? Indeterminate evidence suggests measures may have been taken to disguise the time of death. Oh. Did they put him in like an oven or something? Or a freezer? What do you mean by that? Why was the time of death indeterminate?
When the specimen was brought in, it was still fresh, so the time of death could easily have coincided within when the gunshot was heard. But there was one small discrepancy.
What discrepancy?
There was some fried fish in the pocket on the specimen's overcoat. That fish started to rot.
What?
The victim liked fried fish. He presumably liked to eat it before it went off.
Well, yes, what are you really trying to say?
It's possible that someone tried to manipulate the apparent time of death.
Manipulate the... Is that even possible to do?
Theoretically, if you were to chill the body in ice, it delayed the onset of putrefaction.
And if the overcoat wasn't on the body at the time, then only the fish would have started to rot.
With today's science, it might not yet be possible to determine if the body was chilled or not.
But today's science is advanced enough to let you freeze a corpse, it seems.
But surely, chill a corpse like that would require an immersive electrical refrigerator. And I don't imagine many households in London are equipped with such a device. No, definitely not. But maybe in a factory or some other special places. I don't recall seeing any factories or such like on Fresno Street, though. I wonder if the inspector's body had been chilled somehow. Like the actual time of death had been. Wouldn't say for sure. But at most, it might have been a day earlier.
No.
In other words, it would corroborate your previous deduction, Mr. Naruhodo. That Inspector Quickson was killed a day before his body was discovered, in a different location.
Did you inform Lord Naruhodo of this possibility?
He simply said that there was no electrical refrigerators of that size in the vicinity.
Oh yes, one other thing. Something the governor of Barclay Prison told us. He said that your mother, Dr. Scythe, is responsible for confirming the death of the professor after his execution.
Professor.
Apparently you always enjoyed listening to your mother's stories about her work, so we were wondering if you might know something about what happened 10 years ago.
That's not all Mama did.
Sorry?
My Mama carried out the autopsy of Clint Van Zeeks as well.
Oh, look at those sparkling eyes. What? Really? The brother of Lord Van Zeeks, the professor's final victim.
The idea of carrying out an autopsy of a member of aristocracy was completely unthinkable back then. But the detective in charge of the investigation insisted it was miraculously authorized. The detective being Inspector Quickson, of course.
Quite an accomplishment for one man.
That autopsy provided the vital clue needed to arrest the killer. And Mama was there for that historic event.
What does all this mean?
You know, the amazing autopsy happened right here in this very room. Professor and Clint Van Zeeks. They both spent their final moments before their burial on the dissection table there. So this lab, Mama's lab, was instrumental in some of the country's most important events.
She really is proud of her mother. I wonder if you'd tell us more exactly what happened back then, Dr. Gorey. Is that a yes? Okay.
Professor's execution was Mama's first big case. She had to be in attendance at Barclay Prison execution chamber and sign the certificate to confirm the convict's death. Mama's the best girl in the world, you know. So proud of her.
But the execution didn't exactly take place.
No, and worse still, Mama actually helped with the jailbreak. I didn't want to know. Oh dear, you found out recently, you mean? I believed in her, in Mama, but now I wonder I'm starting down the same path as her.
You mean because you omitted the time of death in this autopsy report? That's because Lord Strongheart forbade you from including it.
Just like Mama, I'm sure she was coerced by somebody too.
Yeah, that's my feeling as well, by Strongheart.
There's no doubt that there was powerful forces at play 10 years ago. The execution couldn't have been staged without a lot of people in the prison knowing about it. Obviously, the prison governor must have been in on it as well. But the big man with little handcuffs, according to what he told us, he was strict by the chief warder. He says he knew nothing about it. Of course he would say that. I'd say the same thing.
So who was behind the jailbreak all those years ago? You mentioned the autopsy of Clint Van Zieks.
It was at a time when carrying out autopsies of murder victims was very unusual. Still not a practice that's observed in our country even now. Turned out that he was the professor's final victim, and when the autopsy was performed, Mama was present, although only as a secondary assistant. The person leading the procedure was called Dr. John H. Wilson.
Holy shit.
That's right, my daddy! And there was one other person present, the primary assistant. He was a visiting student from the Far East.
Wait, a visiting student?
Must have been my father, Eugene Mikadoba.
I had no idea Professor Mikadoba had been involved in something so important.
But the outcome of that historic autopsy was to discover a vital piece of evidence that led to the capture of the professor.
So that's how they came to identify Genshin Asogi as the infamous mass murderer. You happen to know anything about that piece of evidence? Can you tell us any more?
Would you like to see the records for yourself?
What? Would that be alright?
What's the point of keeping record if people can't look at them? They're filed under the V at the back of those cupboards, with all the records from the last decade.
Thank you. Let's see. Van Zieks. That's strange.
What, Mr. Naruhodo?
They aren't here. There's nothing under Van Zieks.
There must be.
Perhaps somebody took them away.
No one's allowed to take documents related to the professor case out of this room. But you're right, they're gone.
Well, when was the last time somebody looked at them? You remember?
It was... Oh yes, I remember now. It was 2 years ago. A consulting detective came one day saying that he'd like to see the records.
No, you don't mean...
Sholmes was his name.
Deep down, I knew that was coming.
Do you think he stole the records? Oh no, surely not. Iris, that can't be right, can it? Oh...
Gotta go to Windy Banks. Iris?
Bruno. I hope you don't mind, but...
What is it, Iris?
Just remembered something very important I have to do. Going to have to leave you now. Oh, this is very sudden, Iris. Well, we'll come with you then. Oh no, there's no need. You're not going to take your time here. Bye for now then, good luck.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute, little girl. I remember now. You've been here before, haven't you?
Have you, Iris?
Yes, 2 years ago when a detective came. Well, you were with him, weren't you? You were a living specimen then, too.
That's the way it usually works, yes.
Was I? I really don't remember. Anyway, sorry, but I must dash.
Wait, Iris.
I'll brew up a pot for you when you get home. Peace.
What's the matter with her? She's behaving really strangely all of a sudden. Ah. Well, in that case, we won't keep you any longer either.
It's been quite a while since I had any visitors. This was really fun. But next time you come, I'd prefer it if you were ready for dissection.
I can't make any promises, sorry. Please don't kill me. It's a bit strange that the records of Clint Van Zeek's autopsy have disappeared. I think we've asked all we came to ask now. My voice is dead. Examiner. Let's have a closer look at this. Then again, let's not. At least not while she's armed. But that's the perfect time to ask people questions. Ooh, I need to rest my voice, but I'm almost done, probably. Wait, we still have a profile for him when he's... Alright, let's see, where do we go next? Okay, let's go to the Fresno. 2nd of November, room on Fresno Street. Police are still busily investigating in here then.
But Gina's nowhere to be seen. Where is she?
Oh wait, there's her bag. Yes, it's been blissfully quiet, hasn't it? Perhaps she's out investigating on her own, practicing what her boss taught her.
I'll expect she'll be back before too long. Shall we wait?
Actually, there's something different about this room since last time we were here, isn't there?
You'd always use this time to investigate more thoroughly.
Yeah, like this bag. This little trunk wasn't here before, was it?
Oh, it appears to be made of metal. Must be very heavy.
Wait, why's there a cut?
Wonder to whom it belongs. There's some initials on the outside. Look, TG.
Let's ask one of the policemen if they know how it came to be here.
Boy, what do you think you're doing? It's my trunk, that is. Hands off. Gina.
Where were you hiding?
I don't know, you leave something on a table for a few seconds. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry's got his greedy eyes on it.
Just a wild guess, Gina, but...
Oh, spit it out, Odo.
Is it fair to say that you've only owned this trunk since this morning's trial?
What? What are you trying to say? Come on, this truck goes with me everywhere. Always ask, where have you been the last year?
Trying not to incur your wrath, mainly.
You should hear them talking at the yard now. They should be ashamed of themselves. They're saying that it was the boss who killed all them bludgers.
You mean the whole Reaper thing?
Yeah. It's tough to do with them criminals what got scot-free.
Yes, the ones prosecuted by Lord Van Zeeks who used bribery and corruption to evade conviction.
Well, then obviously it was all that bloomin' Reaper giving the orders, wasn't it?
But why would the people be suspecting Inspector Gregson of being involved in the killings?
There was a note bucket in his office.
Oh no, this doesn't sound good.
It had details about all the crimes that had been pegged as the Reaper's work.
What?
Oh, did you see it, Gina? Did you see that notebook? They wouldn't flaming let me, because I'm just an apprentice apparently. But it was me who found it, and he was my boss. That's right. I was pretty miffed about it, so I sneaked a peek at what it said anyway. Oh,
That's our Gina. Yeah, what's in it? So, you managed to see what was written in Gregson's secret notebook anyway, did you?
the way I see it, it's my right to read what he wrote. And what had he written, Gina? Dates, times, places, names, and a long list of them. All details about bludgers are supposed to have been done in by the Reaper. But there could be an explanation for that. Perhaps it was a record of the inspector's investigations into the Reaper's activities. Exactly, that's what I say. That's the first thing you'd think, right? As it happens, it was full of names I recognized though anyway.
Well, the Reaper's targets were almost exclusively known leaders of London's criminal underworld.
Well, yeah, but there was one name right at the end that was a bit odd.
At the end of the list, you mean?
Pretty sure the date against it was the 31st of October. Oh, the day before the inspector was found dead.
So what was the odd name?
Oh, it's like a name I've seen before. It was something like, nah, it's no good, I can't remember it. I don't think it was an English name, put it that way. Oh dear, what a pity.
Kazumasogi?
Or something else too. I don't know if it matters, but the same name kept coming up over and over. Shin, it was. Not supposed to mean anything, but...
Huh? Did you say Shin?
Eh? What, it does mean something?
Lord Van Zeeks knew the name too. Mentioned her as well. The woman who actually did the deeds. Now we find out her name appeared in Gregson's secret notebook. We haven't seen you for a while, have we, Gina?
Well, of course not. I've been busy, ain't I? Investigating that. The lads at the yard are trying to trace the boss's movements the day before it happened.
Day before? That would be the undercover investigation into the Red-Headed League, then.
Only the boss didn't go, did he? You found some cove what was pretending to be him, didn't you, Odo?
Yes, it was Mr. Vigil who actually went to the park on Lime Street that day, posing as a Gregson.
Well, anyway, he went the only one turning stuff up. I've got my own ways of getting results.
Aw.
When me and my partner get together, there's nothing we can't track down. Oh, little Toby! He's such a faithful friend.
So, have you tracked anything down then?
What do you think, eh? Of course we have. Can't tell you though, police business, isn't it?
Ugh.
Anyway, the point is, if you lot ever need any help, you know who to turn to, right? Me and Dale down here.
Right, because he looks all so hellish honest. Yeah, the Hellhound. Gina, about your Hellhound there.
Chief Inspector Toby, you mean? He's the pride of the force, he is. Japanese police dog means something quite different. Not altogether nice to those involved in crime. But here in Britain, it's a wonderful compliment, it seems. For a canine, at least.
It should be, after all, in the Great Exhibition case the other day. It was Toby here who managed to locate Trevor's workshop.
Maybe it's time for another demonstration of what this super dog can do, eh?
Do we have something that the Chief Inspector could catch the scent of, I wonder? Oh, do I actually have to give something? The revolver?
Take that!
Well, Chief Inspector Toby, if you wouldn't mind having a sniff of this.
Chief Inspector said woof to that, Odo.
Yes, I heard.
I think perhaps that particular item didn't excite him very much. Hey, you got nothing else?
I'll have to think. Okay. Gina, about your out there.
Oh, you want to see another demonstration of its amazing nose, eh? Well, we're trying to trace Inspector Greggson's movements, so... Come on, Odo. What you got for him?
You have something the Chief Inspector or... Okay. Papers? Nah. I'm guessing it's the watch, but... Or this figure. Actually, let's try the figure.
Take that!
Well, Chief Inspector Toby, if you wouldn't mind having a sniff of this. He might be a little too keen, don't you think? What the? Chief Inspector made short work of Gina there.
Woof!
Ah, look what he's gone to.
Oh my, the truck clearly still has a very strong scent. Inspector Gregson!
In other words, must have belonged to him.
Oh, alright, it's fair. Cop, I suppose.
You nearly got away with it too.
He always talks so proudly of Chief Inspector Toby's nose and what it can achieve. Did it not cross your mind that he might identify something that was right next to us? Yeah, that was a bit of a bloomer, wasn't it?
That's enough now, then, Gina.
Eh?
I think it's time you told us the truth about that truck.
It worked like that. It just worked.
What are you talking about?
I know what's going through your head of yours, but that ain't what happened.
Alright then, what did happen?
Well, like I said before, we're trying to trace the boss's movements. So I let Toby have a whiff of the boss's overcoat. As soon as I done that, he went off like a shot. Straight to that sandwich.
To a sandwich, not to a bag of chips.
Mr. Naruhodo, I believe Gina means the witness.
Oh, that guy. Oh, Beppo. Oh, I forgot about that sandwich.
Yeah, he had it in between them wooden boards at least, the boss's truck.
What, really? You mean when they heard the sound of a gunshot and all piled in here?
Exactly, he nabbed it from the scene.
What?
Goodness. Me and the Chief Inspector gave that sandwich a good grilling, and you know what he said? I thought it would fetch for a good price, and the chap wouldn't be needing it anymore, so... But that's all I did, nothing more, nothing less. But yeah, don't needed the cheek of it, eh? Stealing the dead boss's stuff to flog.
So Miss Venus wasn't the only one to meddle with the scene of the crime then?
How could they? So anyway, that's how it happened. And it's a pretty decent truck, so I figured I might as well make use of it. Is there something wrong with that, eh? Well...
Maybe you and Mr. Sandwich should try to find the answer to that question together. What's in it, though?
Think perhaps the truck should be turned over to the police, don't you? What are you on about? I am the police.
Gina, if you wouldn't mind, could we maybe examine it?
Yeah, alright then. Do what you want with it. Thank you. We shall make a detailed record of our examination of the evidence.
Yay! Well, what's the matter, Toby? Why is he acting so aggressively towards me all of a sudden?
Mr. Naruhodo, be careful. It must be the trunk. Ah!
I died that day.
Toby, boy, what are you doing? You're gonna lick his face off. Mr. Naruhodo! Mr. Naruhodo! Gina, quickly, hail a carriage.
What? 2nd of November, 4:57 p.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. What happened?
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, are you alright?
Sasato. Ah, conscious again at last. A blessed relief, my dear fellow. You think I'm not gonna examine this? Let's have a look inside. You're not gonna distract me from examining this. Look, there's something inside.
Oh, let's see. Appears to be a passport authorizing him to travel overseas.
Was Inspector Gregson about to go on a trip aboard then?
Perhaps the date of departure might tell us something that was... Oh,
What is it?
it was for travel on the 31st of October, just one day before the incident.
What? Really? Huh. Gregson went to France the day before his body was discovered? What's this blood? Look at this dark stain here, do you think?
Yes, I'm afraid so. I think it's blood.
Ah, I knew you were going to say that. So that presumably means...
That this was present at the scene where Inspector Gregson was killed. It's the most logical conclusion, yes.
I think Gina's been carrying this around with her. I didn't know any better. I suppose it does look like a grease stain from all the fish and chips. And what's this cut? Have you seen this huge gash on the side of the trunk here? It's gone right through the leather and into the metal behind.
Gosh, for a metal chest like this to have been so badly damaged. Whatever made the gash must have struck the side of the trunk with considerable force.
Wonder how it happened. That's it. Wait. To look at the passport. Name, Tobias Gregson. Passport number ACT0522. Date of departure. Within 1 week from the 31st of October. Destination, Port of Dunkirk, France. Purpose of travel, police business. Notes, permission for the applicant and one additional person to travel. Was that Gina? Or someone else? Ah, conscious again at last. A blessed relief, my dear fellow. After all, he dropped dead after a moderate licking by a small terrier. Most unseemly.
What is or isn't seemly is irrelevant here, Mr. Sholmes. I'm so glad there's no lasting damage. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, thank you. Did you bring me back here? Ah, what's this on my head? A bandage? Sadly, we had no ice. So that's a compress of sugar water. Sugar water?
Don't worry, Mr. Naruhodo. It's a first aid treatment that my father taught me.
Oh, thank you. So, let us take tea when you're feeling up to it. But of course, no sugar in the patient's cup. Ugh, the bump on my head is throbbing sweetly enough, don't worry.
Hehe. Whenever you feel ready, then.
Thank you for your concern, Mr. Sholmes. My dear fellow, make nothing of it. I must say I was quite startled when I heard that you'd been attacked by a dog. For a moment I feared that the infamous murderer of so many had come back from the dead. You mean, the professor? Fortunately, I see your prized throat is unscathed. That stiff, turned-up collar of yours obviously afforded some welcome protection. Was I that close to death? All I really remember is the dog licking my face over and over and over again. Well, if you wish to avoid such troubles in the future, a little mustard spread on the cheeks should do the trick. I should think that would balance the sweetness of your bandage rather splendidly. Okay.
Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? It's rather unusual to find ourselves here in the middle of our investigations.
It's just occurred to me that I might have forgotten something we left this morning.
Please don't worry, as long as we continue to investigate thoroughly, you won't go far very wrong.
Oh, yes, of course. We must get back to work as soon as possible. What? Do I just present the... Hey guys, Future Lex here. I'm actually almost done with the game. I just need this last achievement. So I need to go here and check here. Yep. I talked to Gina. This is gonna be the last secret achievement. I mean, I didn't beat the game yet, but I'm just gonna do this now so I can get the big achievement completed at the end of the game. So yeah, let's talk to Gina. Gina, I'm really sorry.
It's definite. If you asked me a year ago, the cops going off for all I cared. But we've gotta have police, ain't we, to catch the bludgers. So us divers can go about our business in peace.
Wait, sorry? I don't think I can have heard that properly.
He said he was gonna teach me everything I needed to know to be a detective. But all we got around to showing me is where the best flaming fish and chip shops are.
Actually, that reminds me. Gregson said he was supposed to be going to Paris in the near future, didn't he? Something wrong?
Oh, no. I'm sure I'm reading too much into things. Just that the timing seems very coincidental. No, the boss was acting a bit strange recently. Like he was always in a rush.
And achievement, best chips in town. Alright, I'm gonna go back to Naruhodo's legal consultancy, and then the transition will be easy. Back to you, past Lex. Go back to here. 2nd of November, Sholmes' suite.
Mit dem Schwarzbiergebot brodelt wie ein Feuerberg.
What the? What on earth is going on in here? Am I having a bad dream? Oh no, it's an old German folk song. Rather a fine rendition, I think. That's the least of my concerns.
Iris.
Iris, what's the matter? Who's that sprawling, that relaxed gentleman over there? Iris, is she even listening? Excuse me, sir. I do apologize for troubling you while you're singing so merrily, but would you be so kind enough to explain the situation? Well, that worked. A crooning gentleman and a mute young girl. A rather tantalizing juxtaposition. One that appears to have incited the gods of deduction within me to find the voices too.
Ah, Mr. Sholmes, do you mean...
The strains of reasoning within me are playing now as a delightful duet. One melody sings of a reunion full of nostalgia, whilst the other There's a morose theme about the great secret you're trying so desperately to conceal, Iris.
Oh,
She's turned as white as a sheet.
so as usual, instantly seen to the very heart of the matter.
And by the time my own brief performance is over, I feel sure this gentleman's song reached its finale. So then, to Musicland, where all is sweetness, and delicacy, and harmony. Alright guys, next time I'm guessing we'll do a great deduction. So yeah, thanks for watching, see ya, bye!